I'm here in Minehead in West Somerset, and this is the start of the Southwest Coast Path. 630 miles that way, all the way round Devon and Cornwall, into Dorset, round to Poole. So I'm going to do a massive walk today. No, this way, not doing that one. I'm just walking to Blue Anchor Bay. This way. Yeah, that's right, I'm not walking the coast path at all. I'm going the other way. There's millions of videos on YouTube that you can see following that coast path, which is obviously very scenic. But I want to see what it looks like going this way. So I'm going to go along the seafront in Minehead now, past the Butlins, the famous Butlins holiday camp where I used to stay as a child. I think what else is Dunster Beach, and then I'm not sure what's after that. But eventually we come out to a place called Blue Anchor. There's little silver shells on the floor, I don't know what that's for. It's leading my way. So just coming along to the sort of central part of Minehead now. There's deck chairs and everything. And there's some old pictures which I want to show you in a minute. It's a little info board here, and it says about holiday makers been drawing Minehead for centuries. And in 1796 it was recorded that on account of the pleasantness of the situation and solubility of the air, a number of persons of fashion have been induced to visit it as a bathing place in the summer season. Why did it just say it's a nice place? It's much simpler. There's some lovely old photos here. This one here shows them in the 1800s. Minehead had bathing machines, little caravans that ran to the water's edge to preserve the modesty of Victorian bathers. Did you know in 1964, while filming A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles had lunch on a steam train in Minehead Station? And the West Somerset Railway over there is the longest heritage line in England, welcoming around 200,000 passengers every year. Offers a nostalgic ride back in time through the lovely West Somerset and Quantocks countryside. Yeah, these pictures of these guys on the horses here are a Maharaja and his entourage stayed here during their visit. I wonder what that was about them. I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel much like the end of May. It is freezing. I love that one, that crowds on Minehead Beach. Looks like they're doing some sort of horse racing or something there. A few modern pictures showing the Waverley boat. And this is a nice one as well, the promenade in 1960. So this is the bit that I've just walked along actually. You can look here in the picture. So I've started sort of over there somewhere, and it hasn't really changed that much. I can feel a spot of rain. This is the busy day at the Minehead station, and the station is just over there. So that's what it looked like in 1910. And this is the station in the 1970s, disused, before it was then restored. The Beach Hotel, Minehead, how it looked a long time ago. And there it is just over there. It looks virtually the same. This is a nice shot here of Minehead Harbour by drone. And there, this is Minehead Pier, which was built in 1901. It's over at the old quay over there, but it's not there anymore. It was dismantled during World War II for obvious reasons. It would have been ideal for the Germans to come aboard. Oh, there's a nighttime shot of this area here. Oh, there it is there, that's the clock. So we've got a small information board about the massive hill there, North Hill. And it says originally called Minehead, which is a Welsh word meaning mountain. The town sits at the foot of a steeply rising outcrop known as North Hill and began life as a small fishing village. Just some little pictures here showing in the past. You can see how much colder the weather was in the past because the tree growth is much less than it is now. Over the last sort of 40, 50 years, the trees have almost, it's like a forest over there now. So the Lido swimming pool was opened in 1936. You can see that picture there. The other one in Ruston-super-Mare, very similar actually. It was situated beneath the row of apartments behind you. Yes, here I am. And this bit of information board is about Butlin's holiday camp, which is over there. So there's the Butlin's holiday camp, just behind me. We'll see it a bit closer in a minute. So it says here that, Butlin's delighting families since 1936. It was an inspired and far-sighted decision by entrepreneur Billy Butlin to turn nearly 170 acres of flat grazing marshes close to the town into a seaside holiday camp. The animals may not have been too pleased, but when Butlin's opened its 8th UK resort in Minehead in 1962, the resort was welcomed with open arms. Families loved the huge boating lake, and later the mini railway, chairlift, and the famous figure of 8 monorail. Oh, I remember that. Daytime activities and evening entertainment were also all provided on site, and the camp even had its own radio station. Guests were awoken each morning by music over the tannoy, and announcements were made throughout the day. There was no excuse to be late for meals. The resort boasted a shopping arcade, amusement park, ballroom and several bars and restaurants, as well as 2 theatres. We have Butlin's Redcoats to thank for creating many showbiz careers, including those of Des O'Connor and Jimmy Tarbuck. Catherine Zeta-Jones enjoyed early success by winning a talent contest here at Butlin's Minehead. Wow. And even denim-clad rockers Status Quo become professionals at Butlin's Minehead in 1966. So there's the famous Butlin's holiday camp. When we were kids, we used to call it Butlits because it looked more like Colditz, like a prisoner of war camp. You had like this fence all around. It looked like they were trying to keep you in. The reality, of course, is trying to keep locals coming in for free and enjoying the fairground and everything, the swimming pools. I don't know what it's like now, but my dad had a cine camera in 1973. When we visited, we've got some film of that. So here's a few bits of film of that now. And yes, that is me hanging out the window, open window, on the monorail, the figure of 8 monorail. Woohoo! Anyway, and later on in 1996, I shot some videotape of us going on that monorail. So here's that bit of video now. And then I think it was in the late 1990s, early 2000s that the monorail was dismantled, and I think the camp had a complete overhaul, and it's like modernising it and everything. It's a shame in a way, because for me the monorail was the thing I remember the most about Butlin's. It was just so futuristic looking, and I think I thought at that stage in my life that the whole future was going to look something like that, with everything, you know, with these bullet trains like they got in Japan. So now nearing the end of the promenade in Minehead, and it's onto rough ground now, and I think there's a golf course coming up ahead. Let's go for some little sand dunes. Now I can see the golf course. Oh, this wind is windy. Lots of nice wild flowers along this section. Very overgrown in places. To the coastal path for my own safety. Yeah, but I don't want to get my head knocked off by a golf ball, do I? Oh, now this is interesting. There's an old World War II pillbox here. So the entrance is just there. It's very tiny. I don't think I'm going to try and get in it. I don't want to get stuck, but you can appreciate how cramped. It must be incredibly cramped. But it's been built using the pebbles on the beach, which makes sense really, because it's just there in front of you. I decided I would come inside after all, just to show you. Oh, it's not too bad inside. It does open up inside actually. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, it's just got to get out. It's incredibly low. Oh. So this is the start of Dunster Beach now. I don't know if these are holiday homes or people are actually living in them. Quite cute. A bit like a glorified shed there. They're only small. They're all along the front, the entire length of the front on Dunster Beach. Oh, choking from all that dust. The wind is whipping up in the car park. God. That was another pillbox. So I've got to get across that now. Don't want to walk along the beach and get wet feet because I haven't got my walking boots on. But there's a path that goes around. It's called the Steam Trail, so there's a good chance of seeing the West Somerset Steam train. Oh, there's another pillbox in the field over there. And also I can see Dunster Castle. This point here, the line for the West Somerset Railway runs quite close to the beach. And here it comes. On an exposed section of the path now. Oh, it's really windy. I'm surprised that my hat hasn't blown off. That was fake, wasn't it? So it looks like this is Blue Anchor Bay. I'm just approaching now. More mobile homes and what looks like another pillbox, a bigger one I think. That pillbox looked like it was completely filled with pebbles. Nice to be out of that wind. This is nice, this little boat-shaped hut, whatever it is. Well, that was a nice little walk. Nice to go along by the sea. See the train as well. Great views of the castle of Dunster Castle. I think I'll just enjoy my cup of tea. I'm going to get the bus back. I'm not walking back in that. The wind will blow me away. It's already blown me out of enough times. So I'll just leave you now with a few little views of Blue Anchor Bay. I'll see you again next time, guys.